my friends, Ursuline Sisters, fellow Ursuline associates, supporters, and great friends of the Ursuline Sisters mission, and good friends of Angela Merici. We are gathered here tonight as members of the body of Christ, alive and well, to celebrate one of the greatest religious women of the 16th century, or in my opinion, of all time. While the feast of Saint Angela Merici might not be a great solemnity on the universal church calendar, not a feast like the conversion of St. Paul or St. Peter, but for us gathered here, this day is right up there with Christmas and Easter. We are here as daughters and sons of God, the same God who gave us Saint Angela Merici as a key witness to what it means to be gospel people. Our responsorial psalm today calls us to come with open hearts to God when we hear the voice of God calling out to us. And what better example could we have than Blessed Angela, of a great example of what it means to harden not your hearts when you hear the voice of God. What does this mean for us today? What does it look like to open our hearts? Hearts of love, hearts softened, hearts opened to what God is asking of us. When it seemed that a culture had hardened its hearts to HIV and AIDS, and the epidemic that it was and continues to be, we as the Ursuline Sisters mission opened our hearts and our arms to help minister to those suffering from the disease and to face head-on the false pretenses of this illness. We're still working at that today. The Ursuline Sisters mission responded to the hardened hearts of a country who continues to have little to no respect for immigrants and migrants, especially the children. Through our work of Casa Madre and our educational outreach programs, we have opened our hearts, softened by the love of God. We have opened our hearts to immigrant families, and especially immigrant children, in an effort to teach them English and the basic ins and outs of American culture. We did not harden our hearts, but instead opened them even wider in 1990, when the need to help single mothers and their children find affordable housing, equal paying jobs, and reliable health care was on the rise. We not only opened our hearts, but we opened the Beatitude House, and in the last 34 years have helped thousands of women become successful business leaders in our community and helped their children get the education they deserve. Since the moment our Ursuline Sisters arrived in Youngstown in September of 1874, their hearts have been opened, not hardened. And over the past 150 years, the sisters have gathered associates and supporters and taught us how to break open our hardened hearts by showing us the love of God. God gave us Angela, and Angela showed us and continues to show us the strength and resilience that only can come from God, to always have an open heart. And through her prayer, teaching, and her intercession, this is the same strength and resilience that we carry on today. Angela Merici truly is a model, a guide, a spiritual friend to each of us. She has taught us that even in difficult times, we must keep our hearts opened, our minds opened to what God is calling us to do. Angela never seemed to harden her heart, even in times of great trouble, being orphaned, losing a sister she loved, and an uncle who cared for her, all within a few years of each other. She never got angry at God. She never closed her heart. She opened it even wider, and she helped the most vulnerable in the community. We continue that mission today. We have to. Who else will do it? We have to continue to pray daily, as our opening prayer calls us to do, that Saint Angela may never fail to commend us to the compassion of God, and that following Angela's lessons of charity and prudence, we all may hold fast to the teachings of Christ and express those teachings in everything we do. My friends, thanks to the work of the Ursuline Sisters of Youngstown, inspired by the great life of Angela Merici, we have come this far. We can't stop now. We haven't even hardened our hearts as the number of religious women across the world dwindle. We've opened our hearts even wider to become the lay faithful working in the same mission of Saint Angela and the Ursuline Sisters of Youngstown. We have to continue our work. We have to continue the mission of the Ursuline Sisters. If for no other reason, we have to do it because Saint Angela taught us how to have open and loving hearts.